Welcome to The Seasoned Entrepreneur, the podcast dedicated to helping entrepreneurs over 50 build and scale their businesses with confidence in today's digital world. I'm your host, Vanessa Collins, and if you're ready to turn your experience and passion into profit, you're in the right place. Each week, we'll dive into strategies, insights, and expert interviews focused on digital marketing, messaging, and automation. Because building a business over 50 isn't just about making money. It's about impact, legacy, and proving it's never too late to thrive. Let's get started. Today, we're diving into a topic that so many entrepreneurs struggle with: staying consistent with content creation. You know you need to post regularly to grow your audience, build your brand, and attract clients. But life and business keep getting in the way. Maybe you've tried to stick to a content schedule, but found yourself overwhelmed, out of ideas, or just plain exhausted. I get it. I've been there too. But here's the good news. You don't have to be online 24/7 to create consistent content. In today's episode, I'll share practical strategies to repurpose content, leverage AI tools, and build a sustainable content routine so you can stay visible without burning out. So grab your notebook and let's get into it. Let's start by acknowledging some of the biggest challenges entrepreneurs face when it comes to content creation. First, lack of time. Running a business comes with so many responsibilities, and creating content often falls to the bottom of the list. It's easy to feel like there's just aren't enough hours in the day. Next is feeling overwhelmed. If you've ever sat down to create content and found yourself staring at a blank screen with no idea where to start, you're not alone. This is something a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with. Then, of course, there's perfectionism. You might feel like every post, video, or podcast episode has to be perfect before you share it. But the truth is, perfectionism often leads to procrastination. And then, of course, there's running out of ideas. Maybe you've been creating content for a while, but now you're struggling to come up with fresh topics. And then finally, not seeing immediate results. You post a few times, but engagement is low, and you start wondering if it's even worth the effort. If any of these sound familiar, don't worry. I got strategies that will help. One of the biggest reasons entrepreneurs struggle with content creation is that they don't have a clear focus for their content. That's where content pillars come in. Now, your content pillars are the 3 to 5 core topics that you want to be known for. These are the main themes that your audience expects from you, and they help you create content with clarity and consistency. Think of them as your brand's foundation. When you have strong content pillars, you'll never run out of things to talk about because you'll always have a guiding structure to follow. By defining your content pillars, you avoid content confusion and stay on brand. You make brainstorming content much easier, and you create a balanced content mix that helps your audience stay engaged. Now, if you're not sure what your content pillars should be, ask yourself these questions. What do you help people with? What are the main problems you solve for your audience? What topics light you up? What do you love to talk about? You'll want to enjoy creating content around these topics. What are your audience's biggest questions? What do people ask you about the most? What services or products do you offer? Your content should naturally lead to what you sell. Now, if you're using AI platforms like ChatGPT, you can even get help brainstorming your content pillars. Here's a simple prompt you can use. I'm an entrepreneur who helps, and then you put in your target audience, with, and then you put in your expertise. I want to create consistent content that builds my brand and attracts my ideal clients. What are 3 to 5 core content pillars I should focus on? Now, for example, if I was using this for myself, and I did, I'd say, I'm an entrepreneur who helps speakers, coaches, and authors over 50 with digital marketing, messaging, and monetization. I want to create consistent content that builds my brand and attracts my ideal clients. What are 3 to 5 core content pillars I should focus on? Now, my content pillars are digital marketing for entrepreneurs over 50, book publishing and monetization strategies, speaking and coaching as revenue streams, business automation systems, and mindset and productivity for seasoned entrepreneurs. Now, once you have your content pillars, you can rotate your content topics around them instead of starting from scratch each time. Now, one of the best ways to stay consistent without feeling overwhelmed is to repurpose your content. This means taking one piece of content and using it in multiple ways across different platforms. Not only does this save you time, but it also allows you to reach different audiences who may prefer consuming content in various formats. For example, if you've written a blog post, you can break it down into social media posts by pulling key points and insights, an email newsletter for your subscribers, a podcast episode where you dive deeper into the topic, a video for YouTube, Instagram Reels, or TikTok. Likewise, if you've done a webinar or live training, you can extract small video clips to post on social media, summarize the main takeaways in a blog post, and create quote graphics with key insights. The key is to work smarter, not harder. You don't always have to create brand new content from scratch. Chances are you already have a wealth of content that can be repurposed in creative ways. Now, AI tools can be a game changer when it comes to content creation. They help streamline the process, making it faster and more efficient while keeping your message consistent. Now, here are some ways AI can assist. Brainstorming new ideas. If you ever feel stuck, AI can generate fresh topic ideas based on your niche. Batching content. AI can help you draft multiple posts in one sitting, so you're always ahead of schedule. Repurposing content. AI can take a long-form blog post and generate short-form content from it, such as Instagram captions or video scripts. Editing and refining. Tools like ChatGPT, Grammarly, Descript can help refine your writing, making it clearer and more engaging. Now, by incorporating AI, you free up time to focus on other aspects of your business while still maintaining a strong content presence. Now, staying consistent with content requires a sustainable system. Here's how to create one that works for you. Set a realistic posting schedule. You don't have to post daily. Choose a frequency that aligns with your bandwidth. Whether it's 3 times a week or twice a month, the key is consistency. Batch your content. Set aside time to create multiple pieces of content in one sitting. This minimizes the daily stress of having to come up with new ideas. Use content templates. Having a structure makes it easier to create content quickly. For example, use a standard format for social media posts, such as tip of the day or client success story. Automate and schedule in advance. Use a tool like High Level to schedule your posts ahead of time. When you have a system in place, content creation becomes manageable and doesn't feel like a burden. Now, even with a system, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Here are a few strategies to help you stay motivated. Remember that done is better than perfect. Your audience values consistency over perfection, so don't let perfectionism hold you back. Follow a simple content structure. Avoid overcomplicating things. Stick to a format that works for you. Track small wins. If one post gets good engagement, repurpose it into another format. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. Take breaks when needed. If you're feeling burnt out, step back and refresh your creativity. Consistency isn't about working yourself to exhaustion. It's about creating a system that keeps you visible without adding unnecessary stress. Now let's wrap up with a few key takeaways. Define your content pillars so you'll always have clear topics to create content around. Repurpose content to maximize what you've already created and reach different audiences. Use AI tools to streamline content creation, making it easier and faster. Build a sustainable content routine by batching, automating, and setting a manageable posting schedule. Finally, stay consistent without stressing about perfection. Progress over perfection wins every time. Now, here's my challenge for you. Pick one strategy from today's episode and start using it this week. Whether it's repurposing an old blog post, setting up a content calendar, or using AI to help you draft content, take action. That's it for today's episode of The Seasoned Entrepreneur. I hope you found value in our conversation and are feeling inspired to take action in your business journey. Remember, it's never too late to master digital marketing, refining your message, or implement automation that saves you time and boosts your bottom line. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love for you to do a couple of things. First, subscribe to the podcast so you'll never miss an episode. And if you really found this helpful, please leave a review. Your feedback helps other entrepreneurs over 50 discover the show, and it means the world to me. Also, don't forget to share this episode with someone you know who's on their entrepreneurial journey. We're building a community of seasoned entrepreneurs, and together we're proving that age is just experience, and experience is powerful. For show notes and links mentioned in today's episode, head over to theseasonedentrepreneur.com. You can also connect with me on Instagram at VanCollins1. That's the number 1, to continue the conversation. Thanks again for tuning in. Keep pushing forward, keep building, and remember, your best season of entrepreneurship is just starting. I'll see you next time on The Seasoned Entrepreneur.